Welcome back, everybody, to CCL Game Day. I'm your host, Surplus, joined alongside, as always, with K-Bot Borg and 3Z. Normally, Vaughn would be on the desk, but he is decompressing after a trip to Japan, so we'll see him on the desk next week. And it's week 2. Week 1 just happened. We got out of class. We're coming back into class this week. It's going to be fun. K-Bot, how are you doing? How about them Chiefs, by the way?
This is my extracurricular. First of all, I wasn't watching the game. I was driving back. As a matter of fact, how about we start the show just by explaining how our day today is gone? Certainly not pre-recorded, but let's just give a synopsis into each of our lives on Monday, okay? I got up, had a meeting about my thesis study, went to go teach my 2 bowling classes, and then came out and had 2 interviews for my thesis study. Wow. Borg, how was your day? How's your day been?
Pretty good. Let's see, I woke up at 9:30, fell back asleep till 10:30, got up, took a shower, I had a client for 2 hours for like 12 to 2. Actually, I got gas. I had to get gas in my car. Yeah, it was honestly not too expensive right now too, so that was nice.
That's not bad.
Yep. So basically got some gas, got some food, got some grub, got a protein smoothie basically. Did a little workout. It was a hip stabilization day. You know, might sound a little weird, but
hips
it's nice. Got a nice little core circuit at the end, and now here we are.
Okay.
3Z. How's your day? How's your day going?
Good morning was 20 minutes ago. Last night was full of VCs until 5 a.m. with the fellas. One of those nights. So
it was one of those nights.
Yep. And for me, good morning was 9:30. Also fell asleep and woke back up at noon. Took a shower. Drove my roommate to class because he has a class on campus and his car is in the shop. And then came back here. I've been drinking water all day because I went a little too crazy last night with the Super Bowl. I think I was 15 beers deep. Don't drink, kids. Don't do drugs. It takes a toll on your body. It's insane.
Unless you're in college.
Unless you're in college, then go do it because as long as you're of age, of course. So as long as you're 21 in America, 18 in Canada, go nuts, go crazy. All right, that's the only time you could do it. But now that I'm an old, frail, elderly 25-year-old man, I feel like that alcohol is literally killing me, so I'm gonna have to cut back on my intake. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much how our days are going so far today. And I just threw on an SMU hoodie. I don't know why I have this. Oh yeah, I bought it at the Lubbock Nike outlet for like $20, and I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
There you go.
But we gotta take out some reactions to last week's matches. Pretty much everything went as expected and stuff. Some teams showed up. Some teams were showing a lot more.
Oh.
Whoa.
Feeling surplus.
He entered the submarine.
That sounds even worse than 3Z's mic, and that's it.
Underwater. Wrong mic.
Wow.
Wrong mic.
It might be fine on the recording, but wow. Please tell me the recording is going to get some of this at some point. Dylan,
keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Plug in the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well. While we figure this out. Welcome to CCL. Hope you guys all watched the recap starring yours truly. I definitely memorized all that. I was not reading from a script. That was all off the top of my head.
That was definitely you. That was not AI generated based on.
That was not AI me.
That was all off the dome. There we go. Are we back?
We're all good. We're all
good. Anyway, dude. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway. Let's get right back into it here. Pretty much everything from week 1 happened, and it was very expected. Everything was super expected. The only upset that I could really tell was Fanshawe Fuel beating Esports at Oregon State 2-0, a new college into the CCL this season out of London, Ottawa, defeating the West Coast Hope, the Pacific Northwest Hope in Oregon State. Any other surprises that y'all had from this past week?
Yeah, I've got one. Waterloo. What happened? UTD obviously expected to be a strong team, picking up Snake with that addition in, who's been playing quite a while. Doesn't look like they need a lot of time to synergize, or looks like Streak needs some time to rev up the old engines and get back in there. I didn't watch the entire match myself. I just saw the score line, but it did not look pretty. And I know 2 people down here that picked Waterloo to win that game, by the way.
Yep. The people on top today got that prediction correct last week. I believe I did see...
Any commenters? Anyone?
Yeah, any commenters from Borg and 3Z?
We gonna defend
let's just say...
here?
No. Let's just say that I did what I wanted to do. I think I'm, 3-3 on predictions right now? It's better than I thought I'd be doing. That's not good. We'll change that today. Let's get a bit more, a couple of wrong predictions here. Let's gas up a couple of these teams that shouldn't be winning. Let's get them some wins.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm kind of hoping that they lose so I can get a cooler little thing. Whenever it gets added. One day, everybody, production will add a number that is all my wrong predictions. It's currently 3 right now.
It's
3.
It's 3.
It's not big enough. Once it hits double digits.
Imagine there's a negative 3 right there.
Somewhere on the screen, Syntax will put in a 3. Borg picked Auburn over Lakeland. Stockton over St. Clair. Waterloo over UTD. And those were the wrong picks. Everything else he got correct, so that was good. And then the only other wrong pick was from 3Z, who picked Waterloo over UTD. But 5 out of 6 isn't bad. That's fine. K-Bot and I, though, the Plat Armchair and the Bronze Armchair both got 100% on our first test this past week. I did see from Waterloo, from Ether, that it could be rough for Waterloo. We last played OS as a team last Wednesday, which is a week ago now. Said this on Monday morning, so I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna work with, and they're playing against another crazy team this week.
We gotta get in the queues, folks. Season is upon us, and I say that knowing full well that I will not be in the queues, and I am playing. So that's
there you
so
go.
That goes for me too. I need to get in the queues. Actually, is what that looks like.
Get into the queues, K-Bot. We need you out here. Waterloo is going up against Ole Miss, which is another team that did lose last week, but I think that they're a very, very strong team either way. I mean, it's Ole Miss. Come on, you can't slouch against Ole Miss, but again, it might be rough for Waterloo. It might be rough for Waterloo this week. Borg, 3Z, any thoughts on the first week of play?
3Z, you're shaking your head.
No, it's not going to be rough. It's not going to be rough for Waterloo. There's a really big difference between playing against a team with 2 Pro League level players and playing against Ole Miss. I think they actually look not half bad for not having practiced. I think Lockoff impressed me, especially the second game. Playing Dubu, which,
It slowly died.
Slowly died.
We went down the well. We went down the well.
I heard him just jumping off the cliff.
We're all having mic issues. There we go. You're back. You're back. You're back.
Guys, I think they did play very well last week.
Alright.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Probably better than my
Yeah, that was way better.
That was better. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So Lockoff played well on Dubu, which I thought was a good sign. Clearly didn't know how to use foreflip. Hey, he's a beta player. He's got to learn. So that's something that he's going to learn. Playing solo queue with...
And he's gone again.
And he's gone again.
Playing solo queue with Ether. I'm continuing it for him here. You gotta get it. Can we start a crazy mic fun? Yeah, can we do a mic fun for Crazy, please? This is unprofessional. Come on.
This is
just unprofessional.
Set my gain to 12 for fun. My mic software's griefing me. I don't know what...
I don't think it's your gain. I think it's the compressor.
The compression might be a little weird.
You have noise suppression on Discord? Change that.
We're back. We're so back, everybody. We're so back.
We're so back, everybody.
We're so back, baby. Let's go.
Welcome
okay.
to
Can you
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now you're great. Yay! We got it. We got it back. We got it back.
No No, it's just lowering it for fun. Stop lowering my gain every time I talk. Oh my god.
Eye on it. You're good. You're good.
No.
Eye on it.
Going down. Okay. Someone else talk, please. Holy moly.
I
think we're good with week 1.
I think we're good on week 1. Let's get back out here. The biggest surprises and stuff was all there as well. But I do want to talk with y'all a little bit about some of our picks. Again, we did talk about last week's picks. Went a little crazy, you know. K-Bot and myself both getting 100%, picking Lakeland, GMU St. Clair, Longhorn Gaming. I put down RB, which is Rutgers Black, and I immediately thought Red Bull, like F1, and then UTD. So yes, I have brain rot. Yes, and then so I think we'll just splash this up on the screen. I'm gonna make a graphic later. Sintix, throw it up. Do whatever you want here. Here are your totals so far this week. Borg being the biggest loser with 3 missed picks this past week, and Threezy only missing 1, which, I mean, again, that was the split desk decision between Waterloo and UTD, so no big deal there. I mean, that's totally fine.
Split desk decision, but it was not a splitting hairs game.
It was not a splitting hairs game whatsoever. I mean, everybody on UTD was going insane, firing on all cylinders, so they play... they play Rutgers Esports Black this week, so I think that might be another easy game, but who knows. First things first, though. My team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, are going and taking on every single person on this desk so far in the season. Last week, we went up against UCLA and Threezy Breezy. Now this week, we are going up against the Redbird Gaming, from Illinois State, K-Bot versus Surplus. Not really, technically, but
not really,
but you know, I'm the coach. You would gap me. No, you would unironically gap me. But will you gap the players on Texas Tech? That's the question. Let's start it off here. Redbird Omega Strikers versus Texas Tech. K-Bot, what do you have?
That is the question. Look, I realize Coach Surplus is a formidable threat. I also realize that I will not be playing the game at all, probably, because I won't have time to play the game between now and when the match is. But I'm going to believe in my team anyway. Look, well, we didn't do so hot last week. We'll just swipe that under the rug. It was versus UCF. Whatever. We're coming back. By the way, also, I think this is the first time we've been on CCL predictions.
Yes.
So you've been snubbing.
Yes. Well, hold on. I did it like twice last season. Twice last season.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. I had you guys on twice last week. Not last week, but last season. At least twice.
Okay. Whatever.
At least.
Anyway. I think we've got this one in the bag. I have more faith in my team than I have in the comparative newbies on Surplus's team. That might be playing the game more, admittedly.
All right. I mean, K-Bot, I respect that a lot. I would not respect it if you go against your team, so it's a very respectful prediction. Borg, though, let's see what you have to think about Redbird Gaming versus Texas Tech. What are your thoughts?
This is a tough one. Because
this is a tough one.
You're going to upset somebody up here.
So I'm trying... Well, no, not that. I don't care. I'm trying to decide... that, like, for my predictions, do I really want to be wrong? Like, am I gonna go for wrong, trying to, like, go for, like, the opposite, like what you guys are gonna try to do here? Or should I just go based off feeling and let it happen naturally, right? And just like my body, I'm gonna let it be natural, all right? I'm not, no injections here, this is all natural. Same with my predictions. I think I'm just gonna let it kind of go natural, and you know what? I'm not a big fan of Tech.
Okay.
I'm a bigger fan of red birds. I think they look pretty cool.
How real is that?
That's kind of because I gotta choose one, right? I mean, you know,
gotta choose one. Unfortunately,
I don't really believe in K-Bot too much. I think really it's just a shame he doesn't practice. He's letting his team down a bit, but I believe in the rest of his team. I think they can get it done.
All right, Knowers know about the K-Bot stats from last season. This guy was 1v9. Holy moly.
I mean, someone's got to be a doubter. That's just
someone has to be the doubter. I mean, that's totally fine. That's totally fair.
Hey, he's got some tough competition this week.
Yeah,
I mean, the other problem is I'm role swapping to midfield this season, so.
Just strike second. You'll be good.
Oh boy.
Strike second.
Good.
And Threezy, you went up against my squad last week, doing a very good win against them. What are your thoughts on Redbird versus Tech?
Yeah, I said it after our match, but I thought Redbird looked good. I was pretty impressed. It felt like Tech looked good. Tech had a game plan. They were executing it. Obviously, they didn't win, but it felt like they had intentions while playing, which is something that you could say for some teams. Not even in NASL, sometimes you feel like their game plan just kind of lackluster. Or they don't really know what they're doing. Right? Core control, KOs, etc., etc. This is a really hard match to predict because these teams are really even. Just kind of going through the core strikes. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to just give this one to Redbird because I trust in K-Bot, but
yes,
I don't know. This one could go either way.
Yes, sir.
There you go. And you don't even have to ask me what my prediction is. You already know it. I mean,
Redbird Gaming.
No. I'm putting it on the class ring. I got Texas Tech in this one. Of course, because look. K-Bot said it last week. Core strikes don't lie, and if K-Bot hasn't been playing the game yet, my team members are currently practicing. They had VOD review on Saturday morning. I've been practicing on Friday and Thursday as well, gearing up for the Phoenix LAN. On top of all of that, I think that they are going to get a
Can I change my prediction?
Okay. You want to change your prediction? Come on over. We have 3-time Super Bowl winner Patrick Mahomes on our side.
That is the hey, let me be clear, Dylan. This is the first time you will be letting someone change their prediction.
I'm joking.
If you let him change it right now.
I'm not
VOD review.
You can
practices.
Yes, VOD review with Mr. Zert. Shout out Mr. Zert for the VOD review, and Beepo helped as well. So shout out to him too.
I gotta change my prediction after that. That's crazy.
Unfortunately, you are locked in as much as I'm sorry. K-Bot did bring up a great point. I cannot let anybody change their predictions once it happens. But
you better win.
But again, this is a tough one. This is just a tough one.
I'll review in 3 practices. You better lock in.
That's not happening.
So
you know the real reason, Dylan, why I'm not voting for your team is because you didn't go through with me coaching you guys.
That's true. That is true.
You resigned the invitation, and so I resigned my support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will get you. We will get you next weekend, though. We will get you next.
We'll see.
Weekend.
Hey, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, it's not personal.
We'll see.
It's
nothing personal. It's
nothing
just,
nothing personal. I love you.
I just might be busy. That's all.
I love you and your jean jacket and your shirtless chest and your beautiful mustache and.
Hey, maybe you got me back. I'd be cool with that.
Your dreamy eyes.
I'll be there.
Anyway.
I'll fly down. Honestly.
You'll fly down. Okay, let's do it. I've got. I'll have you crash on my nice bed.
I'll be staying in a 5-star.
Oh, you're staying in a 5-star? Okay, all right. Fair.
Yeah, put him up.
I'll put him up at the Ritz Carlton Lubbock. How about that?
That's right.
Let's do it. Okay, so next one, Wake Forest versus GCU Crandors. By the way, the Crandors in debate for the best logo in the entire league. By the way, have you seen their logo? It is so good. Here, hold on. I'm gonna upload it to the chat. That sucks.
What is that?
It's Crandor. So that is Crandor.
What is a Crandor?
Is what it is.
Crandor is the mascot. He is Crandor.
Amen.
So you have the Necromancers.
Grand Canyon University?
Grand Canyon University has 2 teams. One of them is the Necromancers.
Is that someone who fell down the Grand Canyon?
This might be someone who fell hiking the Grand Canyon.
They just get to make their own mascot? They don't already have one?
Apparently they did. Well, so their mascot is the jackalope. The jackalope, the mythical rabbit creature with antlers.
That's cool.
They couldn't use. I don't think they could use their logos like they did last season, so they made their own this time. But again, GCU Crandors versus Wake Forest. Wake Forest is one of the top 10 teams that we had from last week. K-Bot, what are your thoughts on these 2 teams?
Give me Wake Forest. I still have no reason to doubt them. I have no reason to doubt them. That's it. That's the tweet. Give me
Signed,
Wake
seal,
Forest.
delivered. Signed, seal, delivered. Board.
I was gonna yap until I saw this logo, and I'm just upset now. I
mean, you don't like
it? GCU, like let them use the logo, please. They need it. Like this logo needs to not exist. I'm gonna be real. I like the attempt. Honestly, it's not a bad drawing. It's just this is not a college logo, guys. Come on.
What is a Crandor?
What is a
Crandor? No, that is Crandor. You're looking at Crandor.
That's insane.
When they sent me the logo, that is Crandor. That's Crandor. Insane. And I was like, what is a Crandor? And it's like, that's Crandor. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Hey, at the end of the day, I mean, it would be wrong of me to doubt Wake Forest after all they've done to me. So I'm gonna, we'll get on Wake Forest here. I believe in them.
All right, 3Z.
I mean, this GCU squad, they've got GCU in front of their names. Even the Necromancers, they've got it too. And Crandor is player 4 for the Necromancers. Not sure how Crandor is player 4. Maybe they just made an account for Crandor, but that goes pretty hard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one to Wake Forest.
So Crandor is a player on the other roster.
Crandor is
on the other
player
roster.
On the other roster. So he's the mascot for the other team. Yeah, is there a Necromancer on Crandor? That's the only way this would ever make any sense.
I don't know. I don't know what they got cooking at GCU, but it's something fierce. That's
something's going crazy in Phoenix, and it's not from the Ashes. I'll tell you that much. And I'm also gonna have to go with Wake Forest as well. I mean, they're just a top 10 team in general, but I love everybody at GCU. Y'all are super active in the Discord and in the community. So I just wish y'all luck. But the Demon Deacons are taking this one home. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's
except Macho Waffles. I like your name.
Macho Waffles. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. There
and Dip Stink. I like Dip Stink.
Dip Stink is great.
Dip Stink goes crazy.
My favorite, I kind of like him now. On West Valley, is Girly Grippers. Girly Grippers is the goat.
Here we go again.
I mean,
I love Girly Grippers.
Here we go.
Okay.
Like, yo, if you guys saw that weird foot fetish commercial in the Super Bowl last night, that's Girly Grippers right there. Anyway, let's move on. Our first streamed match at 8 p.m. Eastern. Longhorn Gaming versus Texas State, another in-state showdown. They played they played like 3 weekends ago in the Surplus Texas Invitational, I believe. And actually, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. But they both were invitational participants. Texas State getting 4th, Longhorn Gaming getting 1st. K-Bot, what do you think about this Texas bias matchup?
Knowers know that a year and a half ago, the North American Collegiate Cup tournament took place, where Texas State was a top 16 team with a player by the name of Arcane Chicken who would go down in the history book.
The GOAT.
That's not going to happen again with this Texas State roster. Give me the Longhorns, hook them, whatever. How the hell do you do this thing?
Yeah,
that's
you got it. Right. It's this.
Okay.
I can't do it for long or my fingers explode, but yes.
Right. Longhorns, I think, got this one. They're the more well put together team right now. They'll take this one pretty easily.
Board.
There's really nothing interesting, honestly, for me to say. We need some more yapping matches. Hopefully the next ones I have a little bit more to yap about. I mean, who would I be to doubt Longhorn Gaming? You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do it.
You're not going to do it? You're an LG faithful.
I am an LG faithful, except when they go against, like, a cooler team, then maybe not. But Texas State, I mean...
Like, soon to be the GCU.
It's not Texas Tech, at least, so... I don't want them to lose. I'm down for a good, clean old fight. If they win, hey... Good props to you. They got Chi Jacob. I've seen him in the 9s a couple times.
Jacob is in the
Shout outs to Jacob. So yeah, I mean, best of luck. I hope a good game happens. I got the Longhorns, I think.
3Z.
Yeah, this is kind of like it's definitely an interstate sparring match. These two teams,
Why didn't you do that then?
I don't know.
They're kissing, guys. They're kissing. It's Valentine's
what I know is
smooching.
These guys all know each other, right? For both rosters, they hang out, they have some fun, they scrim, they just play the game together. So no blood shed, hopefully, during this match. But I do think Longhorn's going to come out on top. I've been really impressed with them recently. I also was impressed with Texas State last season. I thought they really looked good, but they're not going to have enough to beat Longhorn Gaming right now, who's just looking super dominant.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree with the rest of the desk. Longhorn Gaming takes this one. I love you guys at Texas State, though. Everybody there. Shout out Boopy. Shout out Jacob. Shout out everybody at Texas State. By the way, these two campuses are separated by, I think, a 50-minute drive, so they could actually play this in person if they wanted to, but I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. But yeah, Longhorn Gaming takes this one. Another desk sweep here, and finally, they can't make fun of me for my Texas bias because we all are in agreement here. Anyway, next streamed match.
It's also because you also were playing, you picked a Texas team to win versus a Texas team. The Texas bias comes in because you picked this match and you made sure it happened on stream. That's where you get the Texas bias.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Well, they were one of the only teams that were able to make it because I actually asked both teams last week if they wanted to be on stream. They're like, we can't make it this time. And they were both like, we can do 7. Perfect, amazing, I love you. So, hey, it worked out, and it's all good now.
And there's still Texas bias, and that's the way we write it here at Striker Central.
That's the way.
Heavy amounts of Texas bias.
Yes, that's the way the world works here. But one of these other next teams on the stream here on Striker Central at 9 p.m. Eastern. The other GCU team, GCU Necromancers versus Elon University. Elon, one of the new teams in the league. Both these teams are 0-1, but I wanted to get them on stream, so let's get these folks on the live stream here. GCU Necromancers, Elon University. Who do you have, K-Bot?
Not exactly the best of looks. We're talking about the GCU names. Maybe, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different team. Never mind. Anyway, I have Elon here. The reason I have Elon is because it looks like they're the more practiced team. Core Strikes don't lie. Core Strikes aren't lying here to me. I've got Elon. I think there's a chance the GCU will be able to, this GCU Necromancers team will be able to scale, and so I'm looking forward to seeing them develop over the course of the season. But I do think Elon's going to take that.
All right, Borg.
I think Dip Stink needs a little bit more time in the sauna. Stink up a little bit more.
Stink it up his head. No.
Not quite ready for their victory this time, and also Elon's got the great Ostini, who I recognize, one of the great goats of Diamond, Elo, possibly challenger now. I'm not quite sure. So
By the way,
what?
Sorry to interrupt you, Borg. Syntax, we just need a compilation of every time Freezy shakes his head. Like throughout this entire season, we need a head shake counter, and we need a compilation of every time it happens over the season.
This guy Freezy just loves listening to me. But yeah, I mean, not much to say here. There's just not much to yap about this week. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Elon's taken this one, and there's not even like a funny thing to say about it. It's just, there you go.
But what about if they sub in Crandor? Like, aren't they just
if they sub in Crandor,
nothing happens.
Oh no. Oh no, Borg. All right, 3Z. Are you an Elon fan of the Phoenix or a fan of the Necromancers?
I'm definitely a fan of not Crandor because.
Why are we all hating on Crandor?
I mean, I just gotta hammer this home. Like, just.
No offense to Crandor, but absolute offense to Crandor.
Just hit up Yoshi64, okay, and he'll cook something up for Crandor. Because, I mean,
it's not that.
It goes hard, but it's so funny, man. I'm going with Elon University on this one. Crandor is so funny.
I'm looking at the image again and I can't stop laughing. When it says to me, the eyes are so dead, there's not a single thought behind that head. That cap, you knock on the cap, it just echoes. Alright? They're just
like, echoes. Is this the average Arizonan? Like,
where are we going to in 2 weeks, Thursday?
You're gonna be seeing like all these people when you get off the plane. They're just gonna be walking around.
You're gonna be walking around like this, like just shaking their head like an alien.
Oh my God.
Well, we're going to Arizona State, which I mean, they're probably shaking
Fork
their head
of
for
Devils,
a different
Fork
reason.
of Devils.
So, I mean,
Anyway, I'm also gonna go with Elon here as well. Shout out to GCU though; they're one of the most active and active schools in the CCL, always talking in the server, being a part of in-houses, whole 9 yards, and they're very excited to be streamed this week. Actually, one of their starters said, "We are on stream, I need to focus up." And then Blingo XG actually put a gif of Jalen Hurts praying on the field, saying, "I used to pray for times like this." So they're very excited to have this opportunity, and I'm excited to be showcasing them to y'all as well. Last matchup on the stream here at 10 p.m. Eastern here on Striker Central. RIT Orange versus Fanshawe Fuel. Fanshawe, another new college. And on top of that, Sickos Committee on Twitter, one of the biggest sports Twitter accounts out there run by a big college football community, noticed our tweet and said, as a Fanshawe alum, the only Canadian on the Sickos Committee, by the way, tweeted this. He told us that our math was wrong on our Taco Bell ranking. So we fixed everything, and gotta love the Sickos Committee. So we gotta shout out their team and spotlight Fanshawe alongside RIT Orange. But RIT Orange, one of my top 10 teams this season. Pretty good team, a pretty solid team in general. K-Bot, who do you think takes this one, RIT or Fanshawe?
Both these teams 1-0. Fanshawe coming off of the win last week over esports at OSU. I don't think that was a fluke. I think Fanshawe is going to be a very solid middle-of-the-pack team. That said, I do not think they're going to have what it takes to go up against RIT Orange. We're talking about three current or former challenger players. Malemonith, Crimbus, Bevo. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think you've got it in you. Maybe I'll just be the doubter, but give me RIT.
Board.
Finally, something to yap about. I mean, Fanshawe Fuel is such a cool name. Like, come on, guys. Also, I actually recognize a couple of the players. I recognize players on both the rosters, right? So I think this is actually going to be the closest game we've talked about so far, most likely. I think Equal Equations, honestly, kind of a beast. I mean, pretty, obviously you've seen some good games, seen some bad games from them, but I think they've been hitting the mines. They've been grinding a bit. I'm excited to see them play, as well as the rest of the rosters too. And RIT Orange, played pretty well last week, I think. Just looking at that game, Crimbus obviously kind of just basically winning the series for them, just in terms of just how much pressure and goals they were scoring. But I'm going to believe in Fanshawe Fuel. I'm going to become a little bit of a fan. My first team, I'm going to pick up here. Big supporter, Fanshawe Fuel. Take the dub for me. Let's go.
All right. One for RIT, one for Fanshawe. 3Z. What are you thinking?
This one is going to be close. It's going to be really close. That's for sure. I'm thinking Fanshawe here. I mean, it rolls off the tongue. Equal Equations really in the minds recently, like Borg said. Seen some good games for them. They're just the highest elo player, and I believe in them. As far as the other players go, they're all around the same skill level, really. Like Diamond, around Diamond Challenger, maybe a Platinum player, but even then, it's just the waters get murky down there. So, I think Fanshawe can pull this off, but it's going to be close.
All right, 2 votes for Fanshawe. That leaves me on the desk here, undecided. And, again, RIT, I think everybody knows, friendship bias there. I'm friends with pretty much everybody on the RIT roster. Fanshawe, though, big upset. One of the schools that is honestly shocking everybody so far in this season. The Cinderella story so far, I would probably say.
Cinderella story after 1 week?
After 1 week. Hey,
Really?
The Cinderella story is brewing.
Really?
I mean, right now, Fanshawe is still scrubbing the floors, but in about 7 weeks...
did the fairy godmother literally just show up?
I mean, not yet. Almost, all right? I think this week the fairy godmother shows up. Next week, the pumpkin becomes the chariot. The week after that, they go to the ball. And then the week after that, they make out with the prince. And then the week after that, they lose their glass slipper. So, hey, it's brewing. It's brewing. And it might not happen. But at the same time, I'm just going to split the vote here. I'm going to say RIT takes this one. Again, one of my top 10 teams in the CCL, in my opinion. But I'm excited to see this game. I think it's going to be a close one. Any way you slice it, I don't think that this will be a snooze fest. I think this is going to be a very fun one indeed. Finally,
Freezy.
we've got... Yo, Freezy, what's up?
Hey, Bart. Where is RIT located on the map? You know?
Ooh, okay.
I think it's Massachusetts.
Oh no, 3C, we can't hear you. Okay.
Oh, he just didn't say anything.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh.
Okay, I just didn't know that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my question.
Rochester
Rochester
Institute of Technology.
No, I was just curious.
Oh no, it's in New York. Okay, I lied.
Yeah, it's New York.
Oh, okay.
It
I
is
thought maybe
New
they
York.
were a Texas team, but no.
No. RIT
They are not a
is
Texas team.
very East Coast.
That is
actually
the opposite of a Texas team.
Beepo has told me that they are the opposite. Beepo said that he will never come to Texas ever. Yeah, and it's going to be a very close match. I mean, Fanshawe in London, Ontario as well. They're very, very close geographically to each other, but East Coast match. Love it. Love to see it. Anyway, finally, our last match. Lakeland Catfish versus RJIT. Miri Meg versus Soren. It's going to be a fun one. This may or may not be streamed. We don't know just yet. Soren has to confirm some stuff, but it is going to be a banger. Nonetheless, the previous champions of the CCL versus one of the most hyped teams in the nation. K-Bot, is it the Highlanders or is it the Catfish?
I'm just gonna shut up. Give me the Catfish. Let me hear Borg yap about this. Like, I got no reason to doubt Lakeland. Borg, take it away. The floor's yours.
I don't think I'm gonna be voting for Soren once this season, guys. The Catfishes. I mean, the rest of the squad. I'm sorry, you're catching strays, but there's just someone's got to do it, and I will be the brave man to do this. Also, I actually think it'd be closer than you guys think, to be honest. I think there is a world based on the draft and like what they play that NJIT could take a game or two, or just like they could definitely take, depending on what goes on here, the series. We'll see. Gonna vote for NJIT because I have to. It's just per like moral code at this point. But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a pretty good game. I'm hoping we get a closer one for sure.
All right. Okay. Breezy.
Yeah, I mean, NJIT looked stronger than they did last year, which I think is saying something. I've seen Saro in the queues, Ant, Storm, all playing a decent amount of solo queue. But I just don't know if it's gonna matter. I'm looking at Lakeland and strong. They've had the same roster for forever, and I just don't see them losing. Miri Meg does have the skills to put the corp in the net 12 times, not even 9 times, 12 times against Soren. I just don't think he's going to get it quite as much as the other forwards.
All right, so your vote was with NJIT or Lakeland? Sorry, your mic was cut out of it. Lakeland.
That's the other reason why Borg has to pick NJIT here, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's Miri Meg on NJIT.
Oh, yeah.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. I broke the curse.
That is
okay.
Wow.
Not anymore. The curse has been broken. Just straight up, just straight up hate for the Catfish.
Right.
I wouldn't say hate. Let's not get crazy here.
Let's not get crazy.
It's not hate, guys. It's all in good fun. It's just something a man has to do.
Borg, have you ever gone
noodling? It's a job.
Have you ever gone noodling, Borg? Yeah.
Noodling.
It's
that
when you
sounds
go.
Very inappropriate.
It's when you go into the swamps and rivers of the South, and you take your arm.
I do that all the time, actually.
And you put it down holes in the water until the catfish grabs onto
it's
it.
the catfish
it
kitchen,
goes
yeah.
onto your arm, and you take it, you rip it out of the hole, and you get these giant catfish that then fry. And,
catfish, if college girls and catfish are equivalent, then yes, I've gone noodling before. But that was back in the day. No keepers. Did not fry anything. Definitely zero keepers here. I'm very happy where I'm at as an adult now out of college, so we're good with that. But,
oh my god. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. Not happy with that decision.
Did you have any reaction to that? Did you hear that at all?
Did you hear that?
Or are you busy coughing?
It's just...
I sneezed.
I don't go with the big deal here.
I sneezed. I heard something.
I don't get what the big deal is here.
I heard something about. I might need like a rehash of what just happened. But
I was talking about noodling.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't hear what Borg said because I was sneezing.
Sometimes you gotta throw out the line. You gotta just go for.
Well, if you're noodling,
go for whatever you
can
get. Go for whatever you can get, and sometimes the line comes up empty.
We gotta wrap this up.
Anyway, my pick. I'm gonna give you guys my pick. I'm gonna have to go with the Catfish here. NJIT is another really, really strong squad. I think we're gonna see them in the playoffs again this year. But give me the Catfish, and don't get noodled. Don't get noodled by Miri Meg here. All right, that's not gonna be a good look if they get noodled this early into the season. Let's take a look before we go off at the standings. I think we're gonna throw it up on the screen here. Sorry.
Kazan, known pool noodle user.
There you go. Kazan is a noodler. You love to see it.
Right, yeah.
You love to see it. Anyway, I mean, standings.
That's something I'll be throwing around. Let's just say. Out of the Breezy Breezy lexicon will not be incorporated.
That will not be incorporated. We're not going to talk about noodling.
I don't think so. Maybe at land we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
Go swimming.
We do have a pool.
We do have a pool. We could go noodling in the pool.
Why are you saying we?
Because I'm going to be there.
You think you're at our pool?
Yeah.
You got to be invited to our.
I'm showing up. I'm jumping the fence.
Is this the cool kid pool?
Okay, I like
the
that.
cool kid pool.
I mean, if you can jump the fence, if you have enough athleticism to jump the fence, you're welcome.
You'd be surprised what I can do off of a Red Bull, and
it gives you wings.
It gives you wings, man. It gives you wings. I actually did participate in that lawsuit a few years ago that they said that it doesn't actually give you wings, so Red Bull was liable, and I got like free Red Bull. It was great. It was awesome. Anyway, the standings, we're going to flash them up on the screen here. Nothing really, to write home about. Everybody 1 or 2. Nothing too crazy. It kind of looks like last year's standings, to be honest. You got Lakeland, UTD, SLU, Houston, George Mason, UCLA all up in that top spot there. But it's just 1 and 2, 1 and then 23. So, nothing too crazy. The one team with the bye this week is NJCU, New Jersey City University. Last week it was Rowan, so they are playing against York Spartan Strikers this week. Good luck to them. And NJCU gets to relax, rest a bit, get a bye. And we're going to see where that bye takes us. It'll be interesting to see if a team makes it into playoffs just from that free bye point, or if it will factor into any of the Swiss standing details. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I think we're going to have a video from Vaughn after this, so we'll stay tuned for that. Anyway, other than that, coming up next here on Striker Central, Longhorn Gaming versus Texas State. Texas, guys, I see y'all in the chat. Wave at me. I don't know. Do something. Talk about who's going to win, Texas State or Longhorn Gaming. Wee woo. I get it, K-Bot. I get it. I understand. There we go.
I was doing a wave.
Oh, you were doing a wave. Okay, that's fine. That's totally chill. Anyway, we'll see you back here.
Start the sirens, though.
There you go. Start them up. Exactly. Love that. Anyway, we'll be back here again. We'll be back here again at 7 p.m. Okay, yes, match coming up next. Back here next week at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you again next week for week 3. Have a great night, and stay tuned for Longhorn Gaming versus Texas State. Bye. Goodbye. See you later.